Baltimore Ravens head coach John Harbaugh last February after beating his brother Jim's 49ers in Super Bowl XLVII. With a career win-loss record of 62-34, Coach Harbaugh is just who we want to talk to about football and the challenge facing the Broncos and the Seahawks tomorrow. Good morning, Coach. Thanks for being here.
Great to be with you.
What's it like playing in a Super Bowl?
It's great. It's exciting. It's a football game in the end, but it's pretty thrilling.
It's more than a football game.
Well,
Come on.
you also had the added, you were playing against your younger brother. I mean, do you guys still talk about this Super Bowl in the house, or is it off limits?
It's off limits. We don't talk too much about that game. You know, we would get into probably kind of an argument if we did that.
We were talking about this for a second beforehand. How did your parents cope with that?
I think they were 100% elated and 100% completely disappointed at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, my dad and mom, in the end, they spent the time at Jim's hotel with him and his family. So that's what parents do. My dad said you can only be as happy as your unhappiest child.
Yes.
You know?
Let's talk about this year's game. Right off the bat, I mean, who do you think is under more pressure for this Super Bowl?
Oh, man, I haven't thought about it that way. I don't think you feel pressure in the Super Bowl. I think you're excited to play the game. It's an opportunity. You're emotional about it, and you think about football. I don't think there is a lot of pressure in this game. You've already accomplished the fact that you're there.
Right.
You've already won in that sense.
Right.
It's just a great opportunity to play in a big game.
Since you're a coach, let's talk about John Fox and Pete Carroll. I mean, do you think one of these coaches has an edge? And could the stadium itself be an edge for either coach?
Well, I think it's going to help Denver that they're not playing in Seattle. That place is crazy.
It's a little loud.
Yeah, it's a little bit loud,
Yeah.
And they'll find that the crowd's really not that loud either way. The crowd's not a factor because it's split. It's just not that loud of a game compared to the games you play in a home stadium. So I don't think that's going to be a factor. Both those teams get on the line. They make a lot of calls on the line. So communication shouldn't be an issue. It should be a well-played game.
There was all this worry about the weather. And, I mean, Baltimore obviously knows you guys know how to play in the bad weather. But, I mean, it's turning out to be actually fairly balmy for this part of the world right now.
Right. It's almost tropical, what we've been going through around here.
A lot has been made about the matchup, and a lot of people are, of course, talking about Richard Sherman. I mean, who do you think has something to prove? And do you think any of that, because I heard people talking about this saying, what if there's something like karma? I mean, what do you think in terms of how these two teams have been covered by the media, and could that affect them in either way?
It probably could. I mean, everybody kind of makes their own bed. The situation that they're in is the one that they created and that they probably wanted to be in. So Richard Sherman's a great player. He's not going to be scared away by the situation or the stage or anything like that. When it's all said and done, it's field's 100 yards wide. It's 100 yards long, 50 yards wide.
Right.
And it's going to be a football game. And, great players are going to go against each other. But they'll have a game plan for Richard Sherman, and he'll have a game plan the other way, and it'll play out.
We want to mention part of the reason you're here is you're going to be getting the NFL Salute to Service Award, which is sponsored by USAA, which is for your work with the military. You're actually going to be headed to Afghanistan and Turkey on Monday?
Right. Right after the game, we're going to get on a plane and head to Turkey first and then Afghanistan. I'm going with General Odierno. It's going to
What are you going to be doing over there?
We're going to get with troops. We're going to spend time with troops and shake hands and talk to them a little bit and just and be with them. I can't wait.
All right.
A very different experience for you and your brother this year.
Congratulations on the award.
Great being with
so
you.
much.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks so much.